From the day we arrive on the planet, we start creating waste. Instead of using the same matter over and over and over again, we use materials only a few times before dumping them in a junk pile, incinerators, boilers, or the environment. And when we make new goods, we use new materials. Such materials are ubiquitous or pervasive that we always take them for granted. In nature, nothing is wasted. Bacteria and fungi consume dead trees and excrete nutrients which enrich the soil and feed future trees. When animals die, they are eaten by scrounge, bacillus, and arachnoid, which are food for other animals. Waste doesn't exist, just a beautiful circle of life. All things that were once alive eventually becomes a part of the other again. As a chemical engineer, we must have enough knowledge of feedstock recycling, in which pyrolysis involves heating plastics in the absence or near absence of oxygen to break down the long polymer chain into small molecules. Therefore, all types of plastics are not biodegradable. Some need to be decomposed eventually because petroleum-based plastics like PET do not decompose the same way organic material does. This kind of decomposition requires sunlight, not bacteria. When ultraviolet rays strike plastics, they break the bonds holding the long molecule chains together. As we have the beautiful creatures on earth that includes marine life and our women that are greatly affected by plastics we've got. As the use of plastic products leads to ingestion and inhalation of large amount of both Lilliputian, plastic particles and hundreds of poisonous substances with known or suspected carcinogenic. Therefore, as a chemical engineer, we must have a huge responsibility to overcome this issue that is affecting our social and aquatic life.
Globally, we dump a garbage truck of plastic in the world ocean every minute. Since plastic do not degrade quickly and remain in the environment for a long time, this is an alarming situation. We as a chemical engineer should do something for this beautiful earth. There are a number of researches taking place on this issue to recycle the waste plastic. The most effective process is pyrolysis. The pyrolysis of plastics involves the thermal decomposition in the absence of oxygen. During the pyrolysis, the polymer material are heated to the high temperature. Their macromolecules are broken into the smaller molecules, resulting into the formation of wide-range hydrocarbons. Plastics are just crude oil, which is processed in different ways. We reverse the process with the help of pyrolysis. Pyro means heat, lysis means breakdown. Plastics are hard to break down, so we have to add some catalyst to break the bonds. Mostly zeolite and fly ash used as a catalyst. There are a number of steps involved into the process of pyrolysis. At first, plastic is collected into the pre-treatment unit. In this unit, plastic is separated from other material. After that, this plastic is shifted towards shredder that cuts the plastic into the small pieces. This small pieces is further shifted towards densifier that compresses the smaller pieces and make it easier to process. Then it's sent towards main reactor called pyrolysis chamber. The plastic is heated up to 450 degrees centigrade in the presence of catalyst and in the absence of oxygen. In this chamber, plastic is melted and then converted into the gas state. Then the gas sent into the condenser where the condensation takes place. After that, it's shifted towards refinery section where distillation and other processes take place. By this method, plastic is converted into 80% oil, 15% gases and almost 5% carbon black or ash.
This is not just an imagination, it's completely attainable. And it's the kind of approach we would like to see many countries take in its upcoming plastic strategy. Landfill plastic must be eliminated since it takes hundreds of years to decompose and causes contamination to the surrounding communities. We need policies that encourage a circular economy, like mandatory recycled content targets, landfill bans, incinerators, and landfill taxes, and finding for new technologies that make it easier to make new plastics from old ones.